Dokkan battle video, and here we have the banner units for the Super Vegeta banner. Super Vegeta is like a revolutionary freaking Dokkan Fest, you know, guaranteed crits on his super attacks. Cell is just super good, right? Like, he's like Garlic Jr., GT Trunks, and Goten level. I am very pleased that they are continuing the trend of these banner units being really kick-ass, and they're all supports, which makes these teams just function more smoothly. So they're keeping it going good. So I'm gonna go ahead and Dokkan Awaken this guy right now. Cell is a big second form. Cell here is a Big Bad Boss's character, so he's a banner unit. I'm just gonna forego doing a rainbow video. We're just gonna go right into a level 10 Link video. I'm awakening him right now. I don't even have full dupes for him at the moment, but I want to get him awakened right here so I can begin grinding his links out. There's the cord. Well, the good news is that by the time I'm ready to continue this video and we're doing the level 10 links for him, you know, these mysterious issues right here won't be a thing, so that will be cool. Alright guys, so I got the Rainbow Star, finally, for my boy's second form Cell, right? Now, again, I'm going to get back to the Link leveling for our boy Cell. Again, I want to get him full Link level 10 before we complete this video. Since he is a Big Bad Boss's character, I feel like just skipping right ahead to the level 10 Link video is what we should do with this Cell. Again, I do think he is very good. So let me get this Big Bad Bosses and all these links to level 10, and let's test out this second form Cell right here. Alright guys, so we are here in an event with our boy second form Cell. Got him rainbowed, got him full level 10 links. I mean, funny enough, our boy Cell here, this guy ended up being one of the trickier units to get to level 10 links I've ever had to do. I don't know what it was with our boy Cell, but he took me like almost a week longer than it took me to finish Super Vegeta for some reason. And of course, Big Bad Boss is always the last link to finish up on these characters. Second form Cell, Janemba, and Garlic Jr., all three of them, Big Bad Bosses, was the last link to get done. Fat Janemba, I remember Big Bad Bosses got done very easy for him, though, so I guess that was, you know, that's just sort of my karma there. Now, I would like to point out that this Cell is looking pretty goddamn good, by the way, because he gets 80% defense at the start of turn, which is not that good. But then he gets 180% defense on Super, dude. So, I mean, he's going to be at, like, what, like 280 or so? No. Not, well, dude, he's going to be, like, isn't he, like, over 300k defense or something? Like, I don't know. This Cell, like, seems like he's going to be sick. Like, well, I'm impressed. All right, so link set. Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, Attack of the Clones, Wall Standing Tall, Nightmare, Brutal Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. I could put Cell in the middle right here, which would get us to have Big Bad, Brutal Beatdown activated. Let's go ahead and do that. And, you know, the STR Cell at the front, I don't have him, you know, level 10 links, so he's probably not going to finish this Goku off. All right, let's go ahead and see what we're going to do. Again, Cell right here, I mean, rocking like almost 300k defense after he super attacks, this second form Cell. Keep in mind that this second form Cell, oh, okay, well, I mean, at least we... we did see that his defensive stat was crazy right there. Yeah, that's, of course. And then, oh, look. By the way, all right, I'm actually, now I'm like a, God, okay. Cooler is not on the friend list anymore because Cooler is, you know, at the point where he's just not in discussion for top TURs anymore. Cooler is nowhere near the level of, like, some of these major TURs now. He's just not. So it's like people aren't really running Transformation Boost and Terrifying Conquerors right now over here on JP. I don't know if you guys have Cooler up and down your friends list on Global or not, but over here on JP, Cooler does not exist. It took me, again, several runs to even get in here and find a Cooler. Okay, well, on this rotation, we could put Cell in the second slot. And again, it's literally the same exact attacks that we were going to see anyway, so this is fine. Yeah, again, so this second form Cell's looking pretty good. He looks like he's going to be a pretty beefy boy in slot 2. Because I think of this Cell, and by the way, you know, remember, he is supporting the STR Perfect Cell right there. He's not supporting Cooler because he gives Extreme Class, Android, and Cell Saga allies 3 key and 40% attack and defense, right? So remember that that's not going to be like Cooler or anything like that, only 4.62. Whoa, okay. I'm sorry? okay, like, that's high, considering his defense is 300k, and he is also a support type unit. Like, again, I just think of this guy's role in the Android Extreme Super Battle Road stage, and I feel like he's going to perform very, very well. I think this Cell is going to perform at a very high level in that stage, right? Because Int LR Cell is now in business, right? The thing about Int LR Cell is, as good as he is, and he is pretty good, he's aged well, and especially was helped out a lot by the Link level update. He never had, like, a great partner to sort of, like, work with him and help bring him to his max potential. Well, now he does, right? You run that Int LR Cell on slot 1, and then you have second form Cell on slot 2. That's looking like GG. I mean, especially if the Cell is rocking, like, 300k defense. Ay, ay, ay. And then, like, he has extra abilities if you're fighting either androids or if you're fighting Android/Cell Saga enemies. But, I mean, none of those are really going to be too common, right? Like, he has an 18% chance to crit and 18% damage reduction against an Android/Cell Saga enemy. And then he gets a high chance of stunning all enemies if there's an enemy whose name includes Android. But, I mean, that's pretty much only going to be relevant, as far as I can tell, in whatchamacallit, that thing. Transformation Boost Super Battle Road is the only stage I think that's really going to be relevant if you decide to run this Cell in that stage. Now we're on the Android category team. Of course, we're going to be able to see our boy Cell put up some good numbers over here. Now, my only real complaint is, I think I do wish this Cell was just an Android category support type unit rather than just, like, extreme class Android and Cell Saga. I mean, it could be good for that team, right? I mean, the only other character on extreme class Android Cell Saga, besides a lot of the androids, though, is what? Super Saiyan Vegeta? I guess, I mean, maybe Mecha Frieza? Or King Cold, if they ever get, like, actual cards. I mean, the LR is okay. The LR, Mecha Frieza, and King Cold, they're not, like, the worst ever. Alright, I mean, we're sitting here... dude, he's at 161k defense, right? The thing about that, though, is he gets 180% defense on Super. Dude, he gets... like, his defense is, like, 350 easy. Like, it's pretty impressive, honestly, the numbers that we're seeing from this second form Cell right here. I think he's gonna actually be fairly good. I think he's much better than I was initially thinking. It's difficult for me to say that he's better than, like, Trunks or Goten or Garlic Jr. or something like that, but it's like, man, yeah, like, as long as you have this Cell next to, like, you know, another, like, just powerful, like, sort of, like, Android unit, like, probably another Cell or something like that, it's like, I do think this Cell is probably, in terms of, like, banner units, like, you know, I mean, you know, not counting, like, EZA banner units or anything like that either, but I don't know. Dude, this Cell is looking like he's just, like, right behind, like, the GT Gohan and Goten and Trunks and Goten. I do think that they're probably a little bit better. I don't think anyone would really be too shocked by that. They made those units so ridiculously OP, right? But it is very impressive, honestly, like, the numbers that we're seeing from this second form Cell. Because it's like, when he has, like, this crazy amount of defense, like, before he's supering, when most of it he gets on super, again, I think that's fairly impressive. He has all these extra abilities, like, again, against certain types of enemies. I think for the most part, those aren't really going to be relevant for this guy. But it's like, it is something he does technically have, right? It's just, you're really not going to be utilizing it a lot. Alright, so this should be a very good rotation. We're going to have everything active except for Brutal Beatdown and, what is that? The Wall Standing Tall are the two links we do not have active. So we have, like, Attack of the Clones. What is the ridiculous one? Is it Attack of the Clones? No, it's Ultimate Life Form, which this Cell does not have. That link, Ultimate Life Form, let me just quickly, here, Int LR Cell has got it, right? I just want to quickly show this off, because this link that Cell's got, it is this one right here. This is, like, one of the best links in the game. It's 2 He, 3% HP regen, and 10% attack and defense. It is so ludicrous. It's a shame. It's only perfect cells, really, that I've got that. But, you know, man, if only second form Cell had that, whew, that'd be really good. Okay, so this is a good rotation for Cell. What do we got in terms of his 130k defense, okay? Let's go ahead and see the attacks that he gets. By the way, Cell, for his super attack effect, he's greatly raising attack for 1 turn. So he's getting that 50% attack buff for 1 turn when he does super attack. Which, I mean, honestly, it's leading... The thing about this Cell is his damage is way higher, I think, than, like... Unless, like, Gohan and Goten start, like, double supering or triple supering or something like that. I mean, they could get, like, similar attack sets for sure. But, you know, I feel like they need to, like, double and triple super. Kind of a similar thing with, like, GT, Trunks, and Goten. But, like, this Cell, I mean, he's putting up some pretty good attack stats, honestly, man. I'm pretty impressed. Alright, now we're over here on the Android/Cell Saga team. Over here, we can definitely get some pretty good stats, I think, for our boy second form Cell, right? Now, of course, you know, if we're running this team, if you're going for, like, a full villain build, or at least a lot of different villains, Cell's gonna look good. I mean, really, he's good enough for sure. I mean, honestly, I would say he's probably the second best Cell, right? Like, I think he's probably better than the physical LR, and I would put him just behind the int LR, because, like, you know, a lot of the Cells, like, you know, like, yeah, they were really good only 2 years ago, but it's like, you know, it's not 2 years ago anymore, right? The Tech Perfect Cell is actually pretty solid as well. Alright, so let's do this. So what do we got in terms of his links? So what is this? Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, and then Nightmare are the 3 links that we have active right there. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go and see what is his defense? 150k. Yeah, it's like we're seeing a lot of these big numbers, and I definitely do want to get at least 1 rotation of our boy second form Cell next to LR int Cell, right? I'm going to go into some extreme Android category Super Battle Road stage no item runs pretty soon, and I'm probably going to rock both this Android 18, who's pretty good, and second form Cell right here. I'm going to be utilizing both of them, I think, in that no item run. Now with these two, like, I think they're major upgrades. Ooh, 4.5 right there, pretty good. I think with second form Cell and the STR EZA Android 18, I definitely think it's possible now. I think it was possible before. It's just very difficult. Because it's just, you know, again, Super 17's got flaws, but now, like, int LR Cell, right, it's got, I feel like I can confidently run him on rotation, and int LR Cell is going to be looking really, really good. Because, like, here he is, 236k defense, my Rainbow LR int Cell, but he doesn't even have any defensive support, right? So, like, now I'm going to be going into that stage, and it's like, you know, we're going to see, like, a similar defensive stat right there, except we can also tack on the 40% defensive support that second form Cell is going to be giving to this in LR Cell. So that's going to be really good, right? So, like, I'll definitely feel much better with this guy in, like, slot 1 with, like, 300k defense. Super attacks are still going to be a huge issue because Super 17, LR int Cell, they're just relying on pure defense. We don't really have, like, dodging characters on the Android category. So I think it's going to take at least 1 or maybe 2 transformations for int Cell. Alright, so in terms of the links they have shared, Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. 133k defense right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this stat, and I feel like we're pretty good. I mean, you know, we should have seen right there about the level of production that we're going to be seeing from this second form Cell. He seems pretty good to me, right? Again, it's just like you don't really want to toss him onto a random team or like, all right, I'm going to build an Android team, and then you're filling it up with like Android 13 and Super 17s and shit like that. You just do want to make sure you're using some other cells with him. That's why, like, I would not be upset at the Worldwide Download Celebration being like, you know, another Cell and then like Goku or something like that, because it's like, yeah, like Cell like buffs a lot of big teams that need help, right? Target, Goku, Artificial Life Form, Transformation Boost, Android, Power Absorption, Time Traveler. Like, a lot of these teams, Cell is buffing, right? That need the help. So, I really do not mind going back to the well for Cell. I really don't. I think giving, like, the Android category team, because I would much rather that, like, they really try and, like, they dropped LR Super 17. right? Like, okay, but that just him alone is not making the Android team even runnable, right? Like, no way. We need a lot more, and, you know, it seems like we are getting it, which is good. All right, so this is Evil Life Forms Superiority Complex, Cell, second form. His leader skill is the Android/Cell Saga, category key 3 and 130% stats. His super attack is the Gallic Gun, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill, Close to Perfection, gives him 80% defense at the start of turn. Then he gets another 180% attack and defense on super attack. Then he gets an 18% chance to crit and 18% damage reduction if there's an Android/Cell Saga category enemy present. That damage reduction could help out with how high his defense is, actually. You know, 18% is low, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. He also has a high chance of stunning all enemies if there's an enemy whose name includes Android, but that's not practical. There's like no stages you're going to be running this guy, no difficult content where you're going up against like Android enemies besides Transformation Boost Super Battle Road. That's the only like stage. And then finally, he gives Android/Cell Saga extreme class allies 3 key and 40% attack and defense. His links are Messenger from the Future, Big Bad Bosses, Attack of the Clones, The Wall Standing Tall, Nightmare, Brutal Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. His 12 key multiplier is 145%. Okay, that's a bit higher than usual. Okay. Typically, you see 140%. And then when it comes to easy A's, this cell can help you get Zenian. There is Physical Vegito Blue, where this cell will definitely be able to do very well in. And then there's also the Bio Broly trio. STR 18, AGL Goten, and the Physical Kid Trunks. So this cell as an STR unit could potentially help out a little bit there. And then finally, our boy Cell is on a number of category teams that needed help too. Android/Cell Saga, oh hell yeah, this needed help. Then he's also over here on the Android category team as well, which needs more help. He's also on Transformation Boost, which we're actually at the point where Transformation Boost kind of needs another leader, unfortunately. I mean, Cooler is still good, but running 2 of him on the team, I don't know about all that. Then, of course, he's also on Time Traveler. I mean, Bojack does work fine as a Time Traveler leader. In Goku Black is kind of mid. I really like a new leader of this team. So that's the problem, is like, it's like once you start getting these categories with like leaders that are like years old, like you're just not running the team, right? He's also over here on Artificial Life Form, which is good, but I mean that too. Artificial Life Form needs a new leader as well. Target Goku also needs a new leader, right? Android 13 is not good enough. And then finally he's on Power Absorption. Now that's a team that doesn't need a new leader, but it does need more help, right? So, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't mind them giving cells buffs right now, because all these teams need help. You know, we need new leaders for a lot of them. I would love an LR, like, cell that's like, I don't know, like a Time Traveler leader and then like Artificial Life Form or something like that. Like, not even new categories, but just like massively power boost older categories. But, you know, we know they're going to bring in some shitty, I don't know, new category or something like that. Just ridiculous. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this second form cell. He is very good. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.